Kaiser's laboratory. What is it? Can I do it? And what exactly do I have to do? Well, stay tuned and find out. Hey everyone, Chaos Giga here and welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, I just want to say smash that like button, hit the subscribe and the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. Today's episode is going to be all about Kaiser's laboratory. I know it's confusing now because now we have a third version of the dungeon, and it's no longer just normal and hero, but now easy, normal, and hard. There are some stipulations you have to actually complete in order to get hard unlocked, and that is basically you have to do the Chaos Monjogris to unlock it. It's kind of weird, but I also understand why they've done that probably, just because of some of the items that we have available to us in there, and it's actually probably not that hard to do the hard as many think, but I won't be able to put any judgment out there until after I actually get to do it. So I'm going to start off by saying this is going to be the first episode of a 4-part series. Basically, this is just going to be everything on paper, just to get everyone's awareness of what to expect when they go in the dungeons, and what they should be doing in order to prevent instantaneous deaths, which could happen if you don't take care of certain mods on normal and hard. But after that, I plan on doing a video for each type of dungeon. So I plan on doing a video for easy, another one for normal. Hard's going to be a long ways off for me just because the fact that I have so many more days I have to do, because I'm only on day 8 or 9 of Kaiser's Laboratory Easy. So I have to complete up to 11 for easy, and then I have to do 21, I believe, for normal. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that down in the comments below. But without any further ado, let's get right into the official the official pages from Game King's website. So the first one on the top left there is, of course, the Kaiser's Laboratory Renewal page that was released by Game King. So it's just stating that everything was switched over, so now we no longer have normal and hero, but normal became easy and hero became normal. So basically the dungeons weren't actually rebalanced in any respects, except for hero now has 2 mons that you have to defeat. But we'll get into technicalities when I get into the demo wiki, and that's another thing I wanted to point out. I'm going to use the official release forms here, and then we're going to go over to the demo wiki, and yes, it does lay it out pretty well and pretty decently for everyone. They even have the skill damage outputs that we will be receiving from these mods in this dungeon, and that's very important to note. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the easy, of course, it's going to require you to have a Digimon level 70 or higher, and obviously the old warps have been changed into an E through N, so E through N, easy and normal. These are unlimited per day still, so both of these are unlimited per day. Easy is actually not that bad, and the rewards haven't changed in either one of these either, and that's why I don't have any rewards listed down below this, in case you're wondering. But we will still cover the rewards on the demo wiki. So basically easy, you just have to have a Digimon level 70 or higher. Basically, I just went in there with my level 99 Magnamon, and he's actually kind of slow at defeating it, but that's because he's a vaccine type versus a data type. I do have Gargoylemon on my Vmon as well, and that's basically what I've been using. And I have always said use your favorite mon, so I like my Magnamon line, so I usually use him or the Gargoylemon, just switch it up back and forth between the two of them. It's actually very advantageous to use an Impmon if you have him at level 90 or something, or just any virus type really, as a rookie, and just have a higher level than level 70, and you can solo it. And I will do a video on that too to show you that it's pretty easy. It's really not that hard at all, and it just requires some chicken combos for some of the skill damage you might take in there, unless you have some clone, which actually really does help. The clone on my mon actually prevents me from actually having to use any chicken combos at all on Gargoylemon, which is really nice. I could literally end up with 2,200 HP left on my mon by the time I'm done with the dungeon, so that's pretty cool. The second version is, of course, hero just went to normal now. So for this one, the requirement is Digimon level 90 or higher, and it requires one of the unlimited E through N warps that you can farm out there in the Dark Tower Wasteland area. The existing rewards are still the same apparently, and we'll look at those again. There is a time limit on both of these dungeons, and that is 30 minutes, and you have the limit of deaths, so limit of times you can be defeated is 5 times. But let's go ahead and go over to the hard. So for hard, when it was released, basically you have to have a Digimon at level 110, and it recommends party of 4 people, and I think I all recommend that, but really normal and easy, if you have a Digimon that's level 90 above with a little bit of clone on it, it's going to be super easy, really, just to be honest. And I will show you that in my own videos, so that way I can actually back up what I'm saying. Again, limit of number of deaths is 5 times, and the time limit is again 30 minutes. This one right here is a little bit different though, because the items consumed when entering are Kaiser's Laboratory Hard, 1 each. And I believe we get this from, let's see, Tamers. You can receive 2 each per day after talking to the Jogger's Quest Liamon. So obviously that's why it requires you to defeat the Chaosmon Jogger's Quest first before unlocking this, because you can't get the hard warps until you've actually done the Chaosmon Jogger's Quest. So just keep that in mind. To go further than this, more powerful monsters than easy and normal will appear. You have Boncho Liamon is the first one you come across in the dungeon. Once you defeat him, Dartramon spawns, and then Chimeraman will spawn out for you to defeat him. But I'll cover the other things you have to look out for in these raids when we go over to Demo Wiki, and that's what I'm going to switch over to now. Okay, so here we are at the Demo Wiki. This is the easy and the normal. It's got both of them on the same page because obviously they're both going to be basically the same dungeon. The only difference is easy is just Chimeraman by itself, so that's the only thing you have to really worry about is the Chimeraman. And then normal is the Boncho before the Chimeraman. And there's one mon you have to worry about in this particular raid is after you defeat the Boncho Liamon and Chimeraman spawns, at a certain percentage, it will the Chimeraman will spawn a Monochromon, and you want to take care of that Monochromon because he has a one-hit skill, well, possibly one-hit skill to most people that don't use Kaiser Greymon or Magna Garurumon or the variant Digimons in this dungeon. It can do up to 15k damage if you don't kill it in real fast. So basically, that's why it's suggested to kill the Mono whenever it spawns in your Chimeraman raid. So just keep that in mind, that when Mono spawns, kill it, because it will kill you if you don't, or it has the potential to kill you if you don't. Now, if you're in a party of 4 players, that won't take very long. One of you can focus on the Mono, and the other 3 can still focus on the Chimeraman. It won't be a big deal, but I mean, just as long as you kill it super quick, you'll be fine. Normal is actually really not that bad, but here are the prizes you can get from this particular set of dungeons. So easy and normal both basically have the same set of prizes, but most of this should be the same basically for both dungeons. So we're just going to go ahead and move on into the hero, because the hero is a little bit harder. And I also wanted to cover some of the quotations they have up top here. The Kaiser's Laboratory Warp Hard is given via daily quest from Liamon Jogger's Quest NPC if the player are in progress of Chaosmon Jogger Quest, or from the Digimon Kaiser NPC if the player has already completed the Chaosmon Jogger's Quest in Dark Tower Wasteland. The player must first complete Chaos Inland Lab 2 quest, part of the Joggersmon quest, in order to receive the Kaiser's Laboratory Hard daily quest. So this is the only thing that really prevents you from actually being able to do this dungeon. You have to do the Chaosmon Jogger's quest line in order to unlock this and be able to participate in the hard dungeon. There are 3 bosses in this dungeon. The second and third one will spawn once you defeat the first and second boss respectively. And here's the recommended note here, which obviously I've been told this is a definite recommendation. A level 120 variant or a rookie with 1.0 attack speed, moderate DPS, high HP is not needed as long as you can quickly kill the summons. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to have like the highest HP in the world in order to do this dungeon. So it's probably still going to be not as bad as most people are thinking it's going to be. Alright, so the first monster up, or the first boss up, is Boncho Liamon. And this Boncho Liamon is a little stronger than the one in the normal, obviously. His skill damages will be increased a little bit, so as you can see here, whenever he says this or says this, he's about to do these 2 skills right here, obviously. And it's really not that bad. You could still do this with a rookie, just looking at these damage outputs for the skills, so that's not bad. After you defeat Boncho Liamon, the Dartramon will spawn, and this is important. So he will have 3 skills himself, but at below 30% HP, he will summon a Tanktramon. this Tankdramon has the ability to spawn a skill that does 15,000 damage. Now this can one-hit kill some rookie Digimon if you don't have a lot of HP. So that is why I recommend that you focus on that Tankdramon as soon as it spawns in, kill it, and then go back to the Darkdramon. And you'll be safe and you'll be good to go to the next boss, which will be Chimeraman. And so Chimeraman will spawn after Darkdramon is defeated. He has 2 skills. Skill 1 doing 2100 damage, I guess, or whereabouts of that amount. And then skill 2 does a little bit less. And it tells you all these different spawns he spawns in. Now, looking at this, I think I understand why some people are saying you have to kill the Mono and the Kuwaga that he spawns in. And that's because the Mono has a skill which also inflicts a weakening debuff. So I can understand where people are telling me I need to kill the Mono and the Kuwagamon on this boss, because that weakening debuff, that would be pretty bad for a rookie Digimon to have, or even an armor Digimon to have on, especially if the Kuwagamon gets spawned in and you still haven't taken it down. That will defeat the ability for you to actually kill the Kuwagamon faster, obviously, and the Chimeraman faster. So I think, in all honesty, I would want to take care of both, but you guys let me know what you think down below in the comments about that. Otherwise, just focus on the Kuwagamon, obviously, because it has that same ability to one-hit KO a lot of the rookies in the game. And right down here is the raid drops list. Now, the raid drops list here is a little bit different than the one that I had up earlier, and I'm actually going to pull that up. So this one right here. As you can see, there are some event items listed there that are not listed in this list, so that's why I've been confused on if backup discs are actually in there, but most of the people that I have in my guild, I don't think have actually done this dungeon that often to know if backup discs are actually permanent in there, but most of the time, when it says event behind it, it means it's an event that's on the official website of Game King. Now, I have no idea if that is true or not, so the only way I can actually tell is just to do the dungeon myself, because we'll only have so many times that we can actually do it per day. And so that's why I'll just have to figure it out on my own if there's actually backup discs in here. But right now it's not showing in here, which is not always like, I know this is not always like the legit best like source to use, but it's pretty accurate considering that it's one of the ones that's actually kept up and actually updated whenever they do change things. So that's why I like to use it. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the Kaiser Laboratory and the 3 different types of dungeons we have? Do you have any other tips and tricks you would like to share? Please share them down below in the comments section. And I guess I will catch you guys in the next episode when I go and do my own video on me doing easy solo. Till then, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.